side so your torso can rest in between. And walking your fingertips to the top of your mat, you might consider taking a steeple grip today with your palms, bringing them together, pointing your fingers, your index fingers and your thumbs. And resting forehead on the ground, you can always put a block under your forehead if you choose, or perhaps even some blankets under the knees if you need any padding. And kind of the idea, musical instrument and accordion. So as you breathe in, maybe imagine lengthening your torso and fanning open the ribs like accordion, the spaces in between, taking in that oxygen, and then opening your mouth, letting whatever sounds naturally come out as you exhale your breath, and then contract your musical instruments, your breathing apparatus, your ribs, your diaphragm back into place. Do that about 3 full times. Full inhales, lengthening your side body, reaching through your palms, though hugging your shoulders into your back. And as you exhale, just sighing that breath out. Let it be detoxing, tension relieving, whatever you need. Draw your nose up towards your brow crease. Try that out just twice more. Let your breath be audible, animalistic. And taking one last time here to squeeze your palms, to lengthen your side body. Breathe into your fullest and sigh it out nice and loudly. Nice. On your inhale, press into your palms and lift your torso up. And shift your booty up a little bit so you can keep your feet together, but draw your knees together and then sit down on top of your heels. Legs are squeezing in, tops of ankles getting a nice stretch. Press your palms towards the mat behind you, fingertips facing forward, shoulder heads roll down your back, a little stretch for the triceps, a little heart opening. And if you'd like to go a step further, stretch your shins and ankles, gently press into the feet while you lift your knees off the mat. Keep the heart open. You can bend the elbows a little bit back. Maybe even let your head gently fall back just a little, but keep some slight tension on the chin. And then gently release the knees back to the ground. Awesome. Shimmy forward just a little bit so you can take the feet wide for Hero's Pose, Vikrasana. Maybe you bring a block in for this. We're not here for long. You can either sit all the way to the ground if that's comfortable, if there's not too much tension on the knees, or feel free to slide that block in between your heels and take a seat. Bring one hand to your low abdomen and one hand to your heart space. Bring your chin slightly down towards your chest. Sit up nice and tall. Squeeze your ribs, corset them into the body so we're not flared out, and maybe close your eyes for a moment. Just feel your body, feel the breath, feel any little movements or the way you might have been experiencing class so far, just arriving. Just invite in the acknowledgement that your body is a temple and everything your body encompasses. Yoga can amplify. Meditation can work as a nice combination with yoga. We want to treat our bodies well. Everything about it, the mind, the spirit, whatever you believe in, with nourishment, cleaning it out occasionally, getting rid of clutter. It's a good time to observe that as the new year approaches. Today, maybe just honoring your temple in this yoga practice. Maybe letting go of a little bit of clutter as well. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let your belly press into your hand. Sigh it out. Belly recedes back into the body. Gently blink open your eyes. Shift forward to tabletop pose. Remove your block if you had it and pitter patter out your feet. Bring a little blood flow back into the ankles and the feet. Nice. And from our tabletop pose, palms under our shoulders. Find gate pose, but keep your palms on the ground to start. Extend your right leg out to the right side of your mat so that your heel is in line with your right hip and the whole foot, the sole, is pressing into the ground. Nice. Find some cat's cows right here. Peel your heart open, roll your shoulder heads back as you inhale, lift your sitting bones. And exhale, press through your grounded limbs, all of them. Chin towards chest, look back towards your thighs, maybe your navel. And 2 more times, full cycles here. Breathing in to peel the heart, stretch the belly. Exhale to round. Stretch the neck. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, feeling a slight rotation of your thigh as you go. Now come back to that tabletop pose with a long spine. Press down into your left leg and your right foot. Slowly walk yourself up to mountain arms, your left knee and hip and shoulder in one line. Take a breath in to reach and flare open your accordion ribs. Exhale, right palm to thigh. Slowly reach over to the right side with your left hand. Shoulders soft from your ears. Pull your heart open to the side. Maybe look up past your left armpit or elbow. Inhale, come back up with those long arms. And exhale, bring your hands under your shoulders. Keep your right foot extended in this gate pose. Nice. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Breathe in. And exhale, thread your needle. Thread your left arm underneath, lower to your left shoulder in your left ear or temple. And keeping this right leg extended to the side, the foot rounded. Option to bring your right arm extended in front of you, or you can take it to your low back. Just breathe into some length, maybe a little awkwardness. Now you have an option to build onto this. If you want to press your right forearm into the ground, practice shifting your weight to your left leg as you press into your right toe to lift the heel. Find your balance and maybe lift up your right leg and hover it back long behind you. Try to square your hips. Find a breath in this funky thread the needle. And when you exhale, slowly bring your foot back down. If you lifted it, nice call. Plant your heel in line with your right hip again. Press into your right palm by your shoulder. Inhale, your left arm comes back up and plants under your left shoulder. Keeping your hips square to where they are, think of extended puppy pose. Walk your palms to the top of your mat, hips stay, just melt your heart down. Forearms can lower, maybe lower to your chin or your forehead if any of that's comfortable for you without any neck tension. Breathe into the heart openness. Perhaps you feel openness under your armpits, maybe into your pectoral muscles a little bit differently. Breathe in, sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale, slide your hips back to melt onto that left leg like you're sitting. Let your arms just slide on your mat. Keep your right leg out where it is. Nice. On your inhale, come all the way back up tabletop. And exhale, hover your right leg behind you, drawing it in line with your body. Bird dog, left arm reaches forward. Nice. Now square off your shoulders and hips. Be active with your glutes. Shoulders soften down the back. Breathe in and exhale. We've got awkward tabletop. Bend your right knee out to hover, cactus your left arm. So we're parallel to the ground. Really press into your left knee or right palm. Inhale, lengthen back out. Get short or long rather, like sharp like an arrow. And exhale, pull it back out to that awkward hovered tabletop. Inhale, get long. Pull your belly to your spine. Last time, exhale, awkward hovered tabletop. Inhale, get long. As you exhale, think donkey kick in the right knee. Bend the foot to stack above the glute. Left palm sweeps back to capture your foot. A little dancer's pose variation. Re-square off your shoulders and then extend your foot into your hand, kicking up towards the sky to open up the front line of your body and experience a little back bend, a little bit more deeply than in your cat pose or your cow pose. Nice. Last inhale and exhale. Now return your left arm to the ground. Keep your right foot where it is. And then pivot your left toes out to the left side of your mat. Reach your right arm up and circle sweep it back, capturing your knee that was still bent. Capture your foot, press your foot rather into your hand. Open up your heart. You can look up or down, find your balance, left shoulder over the wrist. Open up, last breath in. Exhale, release it all the way back to your tabletop pose. Nice. Extend your left leg out for the gate pose variations. Left heel in line with your left hip. Whole sole of foot is pressed into the ground. 3 rounds of cat cows right here, friends. Open the heart when you breathe in. Round the spine when you exhale. Inhale to open up. Exhale, just going deeper, undulating through your spine. Take it one more time. Breathe in and out. Then slowly walk up to that tall torso, arms overhead. Take a full breath in. Exhale, your left arm slides down your left thigh, side body stretch on the right. Reach over to the left side wall. Open up your heart, pull your right shoulder back and soften from your ear. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, palms to the ground, right under your shoulders. From here, extended puppy pose variation. Walk your hands forward, melt your heart down to the mat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Last inhale. When you exhale, send your booty back all the way to your heels. Slide your palms. Keep that left leg extended and rooted into the ground. Nice. Inhale, come back to your tabletop. Maybe a slightly different order. It's all good. Threading the needle, reach your right arm to the sky. Feel the torso rotate. Exhale, thread your needle lower to your right shoulder and maybe your ear or your temple. Extend the arm. Take it to your low back or practice that balancing variation. Press into your left forearm, shifting the weight to your right leg and your left forearm, and slowly extend your leg behind you, getting length, a nice hover, really active in the quadricep, maybe the glute. Nice, Jacob. Take one more breath in, friends. As you exhale, slowly return your left leg to the gate pose. Plant your left palm by your shoulder. Inhale, rise up to tabletop. Extend your left leg behind you, finding bird dog pose. Right arm reaching forward. Square your shoulders, your hips, reach long for your extremities. Take an inhale. And exhale, find that awkward hovering tabletop. Cactus arm, hydrant leg. Squeeze, pull your belly to your spine. Inhale, get long. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale for your length. Last exhale to squeeze. Nice. Inhale, get long. And as you exhale, bend your left knee, heel over glute. Take your right palm, sweep it back, capture the ball mound of your foot. Open up for the Stancer's pose variation. Kick your foot into your hand. Try to bring your right shoulder forward a little bit more to square your shoulders up. Nice. Take one more round of breath. Whew. Okay, hold your leg in place. Bring your right palm to the ground, right under your shoulder. Swivel your right toes out, sweep the left arm up so your balancing hips are stacked. Then go ahead and reach back for a sugar cane variation, a side plank dancers. One more time, kick your foot into your hands. Open up your heart, last breath in. Tabletop pose, exhale, take it all the way down. And let's find about 4 cycles of swaying hips, maybe rolling the wrists, getting some organic movement right here. You can point your fingertips to the outer edges of your mat. Maybe you choose 2 directions, 2 times one side, 2 times the other. Finish off about 1 more cycle of breath. And pull it all back together to your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, breathe in, and downward facing dog as you exhale, hips up and back, pedal it out. Remember to press through your palms, send the hips skyward. Let your shoulders avoid sagging as they get active here, actively pressing up. Kind of a nice stretch for your latissimus dorsi, the sides of your body, the backs of your ribs. Go ahead and try to press those heels a little bit more towards the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need. Look back towards your feet and walk your hands back towards your feet. Ragdoll pose at the back of your mat. Taking any binds, swaying side to side, releasing and softening your neck muscles, nodding the head to soften the passageway. Blood flow to the brain. Rooted down into the toes. Keep the weight in your heels as well. Try to straighten your legs, send your tailbone skyward, press the backs of your thighs to the back of the wall. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale, release your hands to the mat. And walk it back to your downward facing dog. So walk back to where you set up your nice down dog. Nice, pedal the knees out 1 more time, whatever you need. And shift the weight to your left foot. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Squeeze it up and back. Nice, and here we're gonna find some hip circles. So you can take your right knee to the side. We'll go 2 in one direction, and then we'll swap it out 2 in the other direction, just getting some mobility here. One more circle, and then open up to scorpion dog. Send your heel, your foot to the left side of your space. Keep your left knee aiming forward and square off your shoulders. Now you have the option here to press into your right palm. Maybe lift your left fingertips up to tent. Perhaps you reach your left arm back by your foot and capture your foot one more time in that scorpion. Nice. Wherever you're at, take one breath in. And exhale, step out wide to a wide low lunge. Step your right foot out to the right pinky toe side of your mat. Working on our first little lizard lunge today. Keep your back knee up, scissor the inner thighs, heel over the toes, shoulders soft. Just stay here for a moment, breathe, maybe shift the weight back and forth from the front foot to the back foot. Then if you're ready, take your back knee down for a moment. Maybe lower to forearms if that's accessible or on blocks. You also have the option to take your right palm into the inner right thigh, gently press your knee out to the side, lift the sole of your foot, open up your heart. Slowly breathe into the hamstrings, the groin, the hip flexors, your left quad. Breathing deep, last breath in. And out. Come back to your palms, plant the sole of your foot, tuck your left toes to lift your knee. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, step that left foot forward to Malasana Yogi Squat. So step it out nice and wide. Lower your sit bones. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. Make sure your spine is long here. You can distribute the weight, shimmy around, whatever you need. We're also going to work on, like we did last week, possible bind variations. You can plant your right palm to the ground, pressing your upper arm into the thigh back of your upper arm. Sweep your left arm up and open. Let's get a nice stretch across the torso, the ribs, even the inner thighs, actively squeezing the legs back. An option to bring your left palm to your low back. And maybe you walk the right palm even more forward and wrap your elbow crease around your leg, possibly capturing your hands. You can always bring a strap in here. Now pull your shoulders down your back to open your heart. Try to look over your left shoulder just a little bit more. And stay for a breath in. Stay for that breath out. And take one last inhale here. And release your palms back to the ground or your heart as you exhale. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So left palm can ground. You can always plant on a block and squeeze open the inner thigh. Reach your right arm up and open. And possibly adding on a bind. Sweep it around, shimmy a little bit more forward for that reach, elbow crease to the knee, and then squeeze the shoulder blades down your back, open your heart, press in your feet, open the inner thighs, squeeze your knees behind you. Maybe look up towards the right shoulder. Stay for a breath in and out. Stay one more inhale. You can release this on your exhale, hands to the ground or to your heart, whatever feels right. And from here, reach your arms overhead. Nice. Feel that extension in your ribs. Feel the security of your feet below you. Maybe spread your toes wide, your solid base. Press through your feet, about a 5 count, nice and slow. Inhale to standing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Take a deep breath in. 5 count, lower down as you exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down halfway. Still a 5 count though. 5, 4. Take it even slower. 3, 2. Hold halfway. 1. Stay breath in. All the way to the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. All the way to the top. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the bottom. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your heart. Long spine, shoulders down your back. Take a deep breath in. Accordion, sigh that breath out. Plant your palms under your shoulders. Step back, your first high plank. Nice. High plank, set it up nice and strong. Actively draw the wrists back, the toes forward, light up the core. Shimmy slightly forward, shoulders ahead of wrists. Bring your knees to the ground, lower your elbows all the way back, torso to the earth. First cobra pose, untuck your toes. Press your toes together behind you. Exhale out all of your breath. And inhale, lift your heart, lift your knees, shoulders squeeze back, elbows press back. Use your core here. Maybe balance the hands. Take one more breath in, lift your heart, neck is soft, and exhale, release to the ground. High plank, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Nice, inhale your left leg up high behind you. And then find about 4 hip circles, 2 in one direction, and then swap it out for 2 in the other. They can be big, they can be little. Just getting some mobility, then open up for scorpion dog when you're ready. Feel that diagonal motion, that energy from left palm to right heel. Balance the weight into your left hand. Perhaps you tent your right fingertips. Maybe you lift your right palm up and back, reaching for your left foot. See if you can find it back there. Capture it, squeeze, open up the heart a little bit more. Nice, everybody. Stay breath in. Exhale, step it out wide to the left side of your mat. Little lizard lunge. So the knee is over the ankle. The knee is squeezing in on your arm is pressing into your knee. Balance and bop back and forth with the heel high over your toes. Then bring your back knee to the ground gently. Right palm is your base. You can bring your left palm to your inner thigh and open up the heart. Look over your left shoulder. Lifting your left big toe off the mat. Nice. Stay one more breath in. And a breath out. Go ahead and come back, plant your palm under your shoulder, tuck your back toes, lift your knee, breathe in. Exhale, Malasana Yogi Squat, step it forward and wide. Nice, you got one more round here. Option to work on those binds one more time. Right palm can plant, left arm up. Perhaps grab behind you, see if it is a little more available to you second time on the same side or not. And then release that. You can go right into your other side if it's accessible today. You can always stay with hands at heart. Just opening up the shoulders. And then gently releasing that. And reach your arms overhead. Take a deep breath in. Prepare, flare your toes as you exhale. 5 count, inhale, rise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale all the way to the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the top. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway down. Still a count of 5, 4, 3. A little slower. 2, 1. Stay breath in. All the way to the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Rise to the top. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the earth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms to the ground. Whoo! Nice. Now we're going to walk our arms back, hug your elbows back like chata arms, pressing into the inner thighs, and then start to walk those palms, those oven mitt hands in between the thumb and index behind your heels. See if you can lift your booty up, hug your elbows back and slide a little bit wider, sitting the backs of the thighs on the tops of the upper arms. Now option to stay here if it feels good. Press into the thumb and index finger. Firefly pose is right here if you want it. Start to walk your toes out. Keep your heart forward so your booty stays lifted. Bend your elbows back. Maybe you lift one or both toes. Flare them. Try to straighten the arms a little bit more. Keep your heart forward. Hold for 5, 4, 3. High plank and 2 and 1. Bring the feet down. Step it back to your high plank. Option to start your chaturanga is right here. Vinyasa flow. Shift forward. Lower halfway down. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, everybody. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, soften your knees and look forward. Then exhale, walk it to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. And forward fold to release. Now inhale, come all the way up, standing mountain on your tippy toes. Bring your steeple grip hands overhead. And then lift those heels up, engage your inner thighs, draw your tailbone down to the ground. Take a nice breath in. Keep your heels up. If possible, exhale, chair with the heels up. Keep that steeple grip. Of course, if the shoulders don't like it, hands can come to your heart. Engage your inner thighs. Maybe you squeeze a block if the feet are shifted apart, if the knees are apart. Nice. Reach your arms forward in front of you, releasing steeple grip. You might see this in Bikram yoga, a lot of awkward chair. Squeeze your fingertips together, shoulders squeeze into the back, sit down a little bit more, hug your inner thighs, hold for a breath in, stay for a breath out. Find your steeple grip one more time, reach it overhead, keep the heels lifted, inhale, mountain, nice and slow. And exhale, heels down, forward fold, all the way down. Lots of work, amazing friends, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, high to low plank, vinyasa, or skip it, go to your downward facing dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, step between your hands. Warrior two, inhale, rise up, pivot your left heel down. Got to heel to arch alignment. Shimmy into space. Make sure your right knee is maintained over the right ankle, driving forward. Try to level your arms, shoulder height, parallel to the ground. Stay breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, shift and reach. Tick-tock the arms. Maybe you touch the ground. Maybe you rest on the shelf of your leg. Open your heart. Feel the spaciousness in your left side body, but engage your right underside body. Let the obliques do a little bit of work. Stay breath in. Stay for that exhale. Inhale, reverse your triangle, straighten your front leg, switch the hands, hips, go forward. You can look at the ground, left foot, or maybe up past your right arm. Try to keep both side bodies long. Take a breath in. Exhale, full Trikonasana, triangle pose, hips go back, and then tick-tock the hands forward. You can grab onto your shin, maybe slide down to the ankle at the top of your foot, or to a block, whatever feels right. Bend into that right knee micro, or as much as you need to feel accessible. It's not about touching the ground, it's about keeping the side bodies long. Last breath in and out. Bend your right knee, reverse your warrior as you inhale. Knee is over the ankle, side body stretch. Reach for that back wall. Keep the side bodies active. Engage the left obliques. Take a breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge, palms to the mat. And then pivot your right foot to the outer edge so that your palms are under your shoulders. And from here, take your right palm to the outer right pinky toe. So working on a little bit of a lizard lunge. Maybe you bring the left knee down, press into the right toes, lift the heel, try to slide your right shoulder a little bit underneath, maybe capturing your calf, but hugging the knee in so it stays lined up over the ankle. Maybe from here you stay and lift the back knee. Just feel this in your body, shift forward and back just a little bit. Nice. When you're ready, plant your right heel, bring your right palm under your shoulder, step it back, Chaturanga Dandasana, maybe hovering that right leg. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg sweeps up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Warrior two, inhale, rise up. Pivot your back heel down, press through the pinky toe of that right foot. Make sure your arms are level, reaching out and soft from your ears. Stay breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, shift and reach. Try to go a little deeper, maybe pushing yourselves. You're good. The squeeze your navel to spine, knit in your ribs, activate your obliques, open your hips. Deep breath in. Stay exhale. Inhale, reverse your triangle, straighten your front leg, press through both feet to rise up, send the hips forward and reach back. Long in the neck, a little tuck of your chin, keep that length in the spine. Last inhale. And exhale, full triangle, send the hips back, reach as far forward as you can, then pivot, tick-tock the arms. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze into the back as you make nice long lines with your body. And then again, ignite your obliques, soften your left knee as much as you need. Stay breath in and stay for the exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior, rebend the front knee and open up the side bodies. Whoo, fan open the accordion ribs in the left side. Taking in that air, last inhale. And exhale, runner's lunge, palms to the ground. Left foot comes to the outer left side of your mat. Palms are right on your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Now maybe you bring the right knee down for a moment. Press into your left toes so your left heel lifts. Grab your left calf with the hand and try to slide your shoulder underneath your leg. The palm might come to the outer left side of your mat. Maybe from here you relift your back knee and kind of just shift the weight forward and back. Just play around. You can hug the elbows out and back just a little bit, a little support. Nice. Take one more breath in, whatever you're doing. And then exhale, plant your palm under your shoulder, hover your left leg back, chaturanga, or skip it. You can go to down dog, whatever you need. Inhale, breathe and open your heart. And exhale, hips to the sky. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Let's flow. Inhale, soft knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, or float, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, release. Steeple grip mountain on the toes. Inhale, rise up, lift your heels. And exhale, heels up, chair. Take it down. One more round of breath in. Maybe bring your hands forward. As you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades into your back. Sit your booty a little bit deeper. Last breath in. Squeeze the butt, breath out. Steeple grip, inhale, mountain, heels up. Exhale, heels down, forward fold, release. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, high to low plank, walk, hop, whatever you need. Up dog with your breath in. Down dog with your breath out. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step through low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, one breath to movement. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, hips to the front. Exhale, full triangle, hips to the back. Reverse your warrior, breathe it in. Lizard lunge. Exhale, just set it up. Inhale to squeeze your shoulders down your back. And exhale, step it back, one leg plank, chaturanga. Take it or leave it. Inhale to breathe open. Exhale to send your booty to the sky. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Low lunge, exhale, step through. Right heel pivots down, breathe as you rise, warrior two. Exhale, shift, extended side angle. Reverse your triangle, straighten your front leg, breathe in. Full triangle, trikonasana, breathe out. Shoulders in your back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, lizard lunge, palms to the ground. Pivot your left toes, your foot out a little bit. Stay for an inhale right here. And exhale, one leg plank, chaturanga. Take it or leave it, whatever you need. Honor yourself, your tempo. Take a breath in to open your heart. Take a breath out to send those hips to the sky. One more time, friends. Inhale, soft knees, look forward. Exhale, flow to the top of your mat. Walk, hop, or float. And halfway lift, breathe in with that long spine. Breathe out, fold in half. Inhale, steeple grip mountain, lift your heels off the earth. Exhale, awkward chair, sit down, bring the palms forward, shoulders in your back. Let's pulse it right here, little tiny pulse. Now squeeze the knees together or squeeze a block. Pull your belly into your spine. Palms are shoulder height. Booty bounce it up and down. Last 4, 3, 2, sit low and hold it in 1. Last breath in, squeeze your butt, sit a little deeper, lift your heels a little more. Inhale, steeple grip mountain. You've got this, you're so strong. Exhale, fold in half. Halfway lift, inhale to rise. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale, walk, hop, or float it back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Have a block at the top of your mat or 2. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, full triangle. And just like last week, pause. Option for half moon. Grab a block if you want it. And start to fly, stacked hips. palm right under your shoulder. Now you can always put your foot on a wall, your left palm on a wall, whatever you need. Find your focal point. Maybe you bend your heel on the left side and reach back and capture your foot. To find sugarcane pose. Kick your foot into your hand, open your heart. Whoop, try to mind your balance, fall out, come back in. Last breath in, last breath out. Now slowly release the grip on your foot if you're there and land your back leg to the mat, nice and slow. Nice, everybody, reverse your warrior. Big deep breath in. And exhale, lizard lunge, palms to the ground. Full on lizard lunge. So blocks are an option to have nearby. We can try on a couple variations. Right now, your foot is stacked on the ground, knee over the ankle. You can walk your foot in just a tiny bit. Lift your heel, take your right shoulder underneath, and maybe that heel plants back down. Take your right palm to reach behind you, either on the ground or to hover it. Scissor your inner thighs. Maybe you fly both of your arms here. Flying lizard, one variation. And then another variation is to plant your palms, lift your front heel, and try to lift the toes up so you can wrap and point back. And that can be very awkward. It's hard to lift the foot off the ground. So you can also bring blocks in under the palms and try that. And also the back knee can come to the ground to get your shoulder under there, a little assistance, but then once there, lift back up. And really from here, it's locking that foot, shimmying forward enough, elbows hug back like chaturanga. Maybe the left leg lifts off the earth. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your foot down. Woo! Slowly plant the right foot, the palms. Woo! Bring it back to child's pose with knees to the ground instead of chaturanga. Now you can bring knees together or wide, send the booty back. If you need some wrist therapy, flip your palms up, maybe even roll the wrists right here. Bend your elbows a little wider if there's any shoulder stuff going on for you. A couple deep breaths. And as you inhale, tabletop pose, tucked toes, back to your downward facing dog. Let's finish off the left side. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Virabhadrasana. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, full triangle pose. And pause. Half moon, sugarcane pose is here for you, with or without the use of your block. Keep your left foot grounded and hover the right leg, trying to stack the hips here. And then parallel your right inner thigh with the ground. Bring your shoulder blades back into their sockets. Find your focal point to guide you. And possibly if you want to add on your sugar cane, bend your right heel so it's in line with your knee, bending towards your glute. Reach back with your right palm to capture that foot. Extend yourself open into it as much as you'd like, a nice little back bend here. Some days our balance is on fire, some days it is not. So wherever you're at, having grace for yourself. Stay for one more breath in and out. Nice, Kirsten. Re-extend your leg long, friends. Nice and slow, bring your right foot to the ground. Once there, reverse your warrior. Sweep it up and open as you breathe in. And exhale, lizard lunge, palms to the ground. Walk your left foot out so your palms are under your shoulders. You already know you might want your blocks. You can bring them in under your palms right here. And option to play around with flying lizard, first variation, lifting your left heel, slide your shoulder underneath, and then reach your left arm back to fly it. And maybe your right arm, scissor the inner thighs, stay nice and active, keep your heart and gaze forward. And if you want to add on to the other variation of flying lizard, back knee is always an option to bring down as you slide your arm underneath, creating that shelf. And then bring your block to the outer left toes. Press in, lift your back knee, and start to hinge forward high on the toes of your left foot. And then eventually you're going to lift those toes and point them right back underneath you. I like the blocks, they give a little space. Hug your right elbow back, start to lean your heart forward greatly. That will allow your back foot to lift off the earth. Hold and hover for 5, 4, squeeze it all in, last 3, 2, 1. Back foot down, unravel yourself from this shape and come into child's pose one more time. Woo, nice job, everybody. Take some deep breaths. Maybe returning to that accordion-like breath of a full inhale through the nose and just loud open mouth exhale, creating the noise that comes naturally. Take one more deep breath in. Sigh it out. Awesome job. Slowly rise up to tabletop pose. Bring your knees together. Maybe you cross your ankles and we're going to shift forward to our booty. Boop. Nice. Come all the way to your back. Find a steeple grip, reach overhead. Bring your legs right above your hips. Point your toes so we can have scissor legs. And that steeple grip, we're going to scissor leg kick and reach to the outer right thigh to start. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Reach to the outer right thigh as your left leg hovers to the ground. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, switch sides. Reach to the outer left thigh. Reach greatly through your hands. Press your palms together. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Breathe, switch. Back to base. And exhale, other side. Actively reaching long through the legs so they can stay fired up, your calves, your quads, your hamstrings. Scissoring your inner thighs even as you elongate apart. Lift the shoulders, but soften the shoulders so you aren't putting all the weight from your head into the neck. Let's go for 4, 3, last 2. And on this last one, stay upright, whatever side you're on, and let's pulse. Pulse up. So press your low back down, pulse and reach through your hands for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, lift and switch. Pulse and reach. Woo! For 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Draw your knees wide into your chest. Gently rock side to side and take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Whew, nice job, everybody. Give yourself just a lot of self-respect, love. It's a lot of hard work. It's so fun and amazing. When you're ready, grab behind your thighs. Rock and roll 3, 4, or 5 times. Get some momentum built. We're just going to come up to a seat and find our blocks. Whew, when you're ready, the legs extended in front of you and just having some blocks on hand nearby. Keep your right leg extended nice and long. Find tree legs with the left sole of foot into the right inner thigh. Maybe you use a block to the right inner thigh if you want, so we can fold, take a breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold over your legs. You can use that block under your forehead if you'd like. Keep your right foot active, flex the toes to the sky, hug your muscle to your bone. And just relax your upper body. On your next inhale, slowly start to lift your torso back upright, removing your block. Nice. Plant the left sole of your foot into the ground and give it a nice tight squeeze into your body as your heel comes in towards your hips. And then take that left sole of foot to the outer right thigh. If you have any knee issues for the twist, you can keep your leg long. Otherwise, shift to your right hip and bend your right heel back towards your left glute, resetting your hips into the ground. Left palm comes right behind your sacrum, right arm to the sky. Breathe in as you're looking forward. And then exhale, twisting to the left, to the inner thigh. Keep the spine stacked, like if you were holding a dangle of beads. They would stay stacked in one nice line with gravity, all vertical. Each vertebra on top of the other. Breathe in for length and breathe out to twist. Last inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale to unwind through center. Plant your palms, keep your right foot where it is, shift on your right hip, left leg comes all the way back, half pigeon. Sweep it behind you. And if this doesn't work in your body, you can take it on your back or from your seated figure four. Left leg is right out of your hip socket. And try to level the hips. Take a breath in to lengthen your spine, engage your core and your ribs. Then exhale, fold your torso over your legs. And while we're cooling down in these shapes, we're opening our hips greatly so we can use them for our final apex pose. Let's just take a couple more deep breaths right here, working into that right outer hip. One more breath in and out. And on your inhale, start to press into your palms, lift your torso, shimmy onto your right hip and swing your left leg all the way back out in front of you. You might notice you landed into your tree legs with the right sole of foot into the left inner thigh. You can use a block if you want for your head when you fold. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, flex your left toes and fold over your leg. Bend your knee as much as you need to keep your hamstring protected from any overstretching. Couple rounds of breath here, letting your spine articulation happen naturally as you fold. And on your next inhale, slowly walk your body back upright. And plant the right sole of your foot, squeezing your knee into your chest. Hips are grounded, pelvis is, neutral on the ground, heel coming in close to the sit bone. And then take your right foot across to the left outer thigh and find your seated twist variation, either left leg long, especially if there's knee issues, or bend the left heel towards the right hip, sit bones grounded. Plant your right palm behind your sacrum, reach your left arm to the sky, and exhale, twist over to the right. Keep your left foot flexed, press your right big toe into the mat. Breathe in to lengthen up, breathe out to twist. Inhale, get long. Exhale, twist. Inhale to unwind. Shift onto your left hip. Exhale, half pigeon. Slowly glide your right leg around behind you, top of thigh into the mat. Leg long from your hip socket. Level off yourself so your hips feel squared to the mat. Breathe in, use the core engagement here. And breathe out, fold over your torso, or your torso rather folds over your thigh. Notice if you're sickling your right foot in or out, try to keep it pointed right behind you. And let yourself melt into this shape. About 2 more cycles of breath. And last breath in and out. Inhale, rise up to your palms, onto your left hip, glide your right leg forward. Awesome. Extend both of your legs forward, and you have the option to bring blocks in. Ashtavakrasana 8-limb pose. It's kind of the same entrance as we did last week for our elephant trunk. Start with bending the right knee, planting the sole of foot into the ground, really squeezing the heel in close. Just give yourself a squeeze, keep your left leg active. And we'll take this across to your seated figure four. Flex both toes. Perhaps you bend your left knee to bring your shin parallel to the ground, maybe capturing that cradle pose with the elbow creases around the leg, and just trying to draw the shin closer into the torso. Keep flexing your toes to protect your knee joint. And then maybe you lengthen your left leg towards the mat, rock your baby a little bit, keep your spine long. And then grab your right palm to that right calf and start to Gently hike that leg up as you can, backpack pose, get it up on top of your shoulder, anywhere above the elbow, and kind of lock it in place by actively bending the knee and actively bending the elbows out. An option to use blocks or not, I would recommend using them. Then we're going to gently bring the left leg up on top of the right ankle and lock our feet. Flex the toes to get that lock. As you press into your arms, hug them back like chaturanga. Bring your heart forward. That will lift your seat. And then squeeze the inner thighs to straighten your legs. And hold for 5, 4, 3. Straighten your legs. Squeeze the inner thighs. 2 and 1. Gently bring the booty down. Unlock the legs. And then find butterfly pose for a moment to settle. You can bring the feet together. If it feels better, you can put blocks under the thighs. Whew. If you want to fold a little deeper, you can draw the feet further away from the torso, lift the knees, take your arms straight forward to forearms underneath the legs, and then relax the legs back on top. And go ahead and fold down, chin towards your chest. Couple deep breaths. Gently start to lift your knees, slide your arms out if you were there. Come back up to 2 straight legs out in front of you and block soft by your side. All right, left sole of foot plants. Try to squeeze that heel in as close as you can to your sit bones while sitting up vertically in the spine. Take your left foot across the right thigh, flex both toes, all the toes rather, on both feet to that figure 4, and then start to deepen your figure 4. Bend the right knee into the torso to go deep. Maybe you start to get your elbow creases around the sole of your foot and the left knee. Find that cradle your baby, maybe lengthening the right leg to the earth if that's comfortable for you. Shin parallel to the ground, hug it in best you can to your torso. Keep your spine long, shoulders in their back. When you're ready, friends, find your backpack. Grab the left palm to the calf muscle, hike it up best you can, maybe shifting on your right hip a little bit here, that's fine. Try to lock it on top of your shoulder, at least above the elbow. Plant your palms on blocks, lift back a little bit, shift back rather, take your right ankle on top of your left, lock the ankles. Press into your palms, shift your torso forward, start extending your legs, squeeze the inner thighs, your booty will lift as you squeeze forward, flash a little smile and hold for 5, squeeze those inner thighs, try to lift the hips, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release the booty. You can put the blocks off to the side or use them for one last butterfly pose, soles of feet together. Option to bring the palms together, a little wrist therapy, touch the backs of the palms, and just kind of couple directions, roll them out, sitting erect in your spine. And then maybe you give the soles of your feet a little massage, bend your elbows and fold over your legs. Honoring your mind, part of your temple, all encompassing, holistic, with kind thoughts, clearing out clutter, and just keeping track of the conscious and unconscious dialogue you have. One more breath in. Full sigh out. As you inhale, lift your torso back upright. You can remove your blocks, plant your feet to slowly use a little core work to make your way to your back. Engage your navel to spine and roll low back to mid back to up back until you're on the ground. And then bring your heels in closer to your hips, set up for bridge, planting your feet hips width apart. Walk your shoulders down your back, press your palms into the ground, forearms into the ground, and inhale, lift your hips skyward. Chin off with chest, reaching towards the crown of your head. You can take a bind here if you'd like. You can put a block underneath if you want supported bridge. We'll be here for a few breaths. Press into your little toes as well as your big toes. If you feel like your knees are caving in or just aren't staying hips width apart, You could always lower back to your sit bones and place a block in between the big toes. And then come back to it if that's where you're at. And keep pressing your forearms down wherever you're at to lift the heart. Couple rounds of breath. And glutes are engaged, but they're not at full capacity. And just softening the edges just a little bit. Can you press down and lift up one more inch, finding one last breath in, and releasing with your exhale, releasing your bind, slowly lowering up, back, mid back, low back, bound angle pose, soles of feet together, knees wide on the mat. You can always support one more time with the blocks underneath the legs if you'd like. Arms can be wide or rest them somewhere on your body. Eyes can float closed here. Taking a moment with a neutral spine before we move on. Take some nourishing breaths. And allow your exhales to release tension from your body. Can you smooth your brow and soften your jaw right here? And with your next inhale, just draw your knees together and squeeze them into your chest. Give yourself a nice little tight hug of love. And then release your left leg long to the mat. Keep your right knee squeezed in and draw it over to your armpit. Just squeeze it nice and tight. Feel the openness in the hips one more time, keeping your left leg engaged. So maybe you point your toes one more time to activate your calf, hamstring, and quad. Take a breath in. And supine twist as you exhale, right palm can tee out, left hand glides your right knee to the left side, stacking your hips, shoulders stay grounded, and look up or to your right. Stay active in your left leg as you slowly blossom open the shape, especially across the shoulders. And on your next inhale, glide your right knee back, both hip bones, pelvis in the ground, planting your feet to adjust as needed, and squeeze both knees into your chest. And when you're ready, keep hold of that left knee, let your right leg go long, keep it active. Left knee to the armpit, just enjoy feeling the openness across the hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Left palm tees out wide. Right palm can glide your knee over till you stack your hips. Maybe you tee your right arm out to the side as well. Staying active with the right leg, maybe active in the core as well, pulling the navel to the spine, letting the twist open up, looking towards the left a little bit more. Palms are open to the sky if they're not on your body anywhere. You can always try cactus arms as well. Last round of breath right here. And with your next inhale, slowly come all the way back. Plant your feet to untuck your booty if you need to. Pelvis neutral, squeeze your knees into your chest. And give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Come into a little ball. Grab the soles of your feet as you flex them either way and just pull your knees into your chest. Also at the same time, bringing your shoulders off the mat a little bit more. Get a little bit tighter, hug your elbows into your body, chin into chest. Last breath in. Exhale, Shavasana, release it all the way to the mat. And when you get here, soften your shoulders down the back. And we're going to clench up our whole body one more time. So when you're ready, make fists with your hands, clench your toes, pull your belly, drive it into the earth. Try to engage every single muscle in your body, including your face. Squeeze and your eyes closed. Squeeze. Release it. Oh, and enjoy how good that feels. Melt into your Shavasana. Smoothing the brow again. And clenching the sides of your jaw, parting your teeth. Let your shoulders melt into the ground with the heart open, chest wide. Freedom of movement for the belly to rise and fall, for the ribs to fan open fully laterally. Just acknowledging again that your body is a temple. Your mat or your practice is your sacred space. No matter if you're in a gym, if you're in your house or a studio on a yoga mat, if you're out in the world jogging, running, walking, whatever it is that you do, meditating, that enters you into your sacred space. I hope you can make time to get to your sacred space. At least a half hour, at least twice a week. Just do it for you. Maybe it's journaling, writing down intentions, writing down affirmations. But when we start to shift over to more positive dialogue with ourselves, to more meaningful routines, we can start to make space in our minds for all the other stuff and start to fulfill what we really aim to do. Find a slightly deeper breath for your last few moments in Shavasana. Maybe your mind wanders across a couple of your own affirmations or journaling prompts that you might want to give yourself, thoughts for later. And something I've been thinking about is nourishing my temple a little bit more with the way I eat, or with whatever you might, do for fitness or fun. I'm just trying to put a little bit more emphasis for myself personally in that aspect. We'll seal off the last thoughts. Let's take a round of breath together, in through the nose, filling up, press your belly towards the sky, pull oxygen into your brain, hold it for a moment as a pause. Part your lips, sigh it out. Ready to reawaken the body, start to wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your wrists and ankles. And maybe you take a big good morning stretch. Option to roll off when you're ready to your right side or your favorite side. Bicep can be a pillow for a moment. Rest there, eyes heavy. When you're ready to journey, venture up to that seat, support yourself with both hands, and let your eyes stay heavy. Just getting comfortable and tall once more in the spine. You can press your arms into the mat by your hips, shoulders down your back. Just feel a little bit of length in the spine using the arm strength. And then bring your hands to your heart if you'd like. Bow your chin into your chest and have a hazy gaze at the floor. Feeling the rhythm of breath, acknowledging the way your body feels. Option to bring your thumbs up to the space in between your brow. And a friendly reminder to smile, breathe, and go slowly. Namaste, and thank you.